tonight we're going back. My mom, when we lived in the Philippines, used to make this, what she called a hamburger salad. And it's actually from Thailand, Laos, northern region. And it's called Larb, beef Larb. I think they can also make it with chicken. But I haven't had it in a long time. My baby brother has made it. And it was really good, and it brought back a lot of memories. So that's what we're making tonight. Beef Larb, spelled L-A-R-B. Crazy. Don't try to figure it out. But let's get started. All right, first I'm gonna crank the heat up on this. Just get it a little bit hot. And then we're going to toast a 1/4 cup of dry jasmine rice that we're then later gonna turn into powder. All right, so that's nice and hot. Pour in our 1/4 cup of jasmine rice. And while that's going, let's go ahead and start browning our ground meat. And the goal here is to get the ground meat obviously browned, but not crispy. You don't want it burnt. You don't want it, just brown it. Keep an eye on our rice. Now I would advise to have a lid, a lid on top of it, because they will start to crackle and pop sometimes. This rice is still browning. We don't want to burn it, so you want to keep moving it around, but you definitely want it all like a light brown nutty color. And I'm over medium low heat. Just keep browning our ground meat. And the ground meat is an 80-20, like that fat in there. Fat is flavor. All right, so we're getting to that point. We're almost gonna stop this. Again, we don't want it burnt. We just want it lightly toasted. All right, now we're starting to smoke. I'm gonna say maybe another 30 seconds and this will be done. All right, so we're gonna pull these off. Again, toasted, not burnt, but we were definitely getting to that point where we were about to start overdoing it. So definitely keep an eye on your rice. All right, almost done. So now we're gonna drain off some of this. We don't want all that oil. Actually, it's not looking too horrible. So off camera, I did drain a little bit while we were browning this. We wanna leave some of this fat in here for flavor. All right, so drained off a little more. Actually was a little bit more than I thought. So now we're gonna turn this down to low. So I have about 4 tablespoons of fish sauce and 2 teaspoons of chili oil, 4 tablespoons of fresh lime juice, and this is a tablespoon of gochugaru, a 1/2 tablespoon of red pepper flakes, and a teaspoon of the MSG, the Ajinomoto. So now we're gonna mix all this together, and we have it down nice and low. It smells really good. And now we're gonna put this all the way down to low. And now I'm gonna cover this and let this simmer for anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes. All right, so while that's simmering, we've got our mortar and pestle, and the fun part, turn this shit into powder. And this, from my understanding, is what makes it authentic. And if you don't have a mortar and pestle, you can use a spice grinder. And if you don't have a spice grinder, you can always take the rice and then put it in a Ziploc bag and use a rolling pin, a little meat tenderizer mallet. But the goal is to get this as powdery as you can. Spice grinder would probably be the quickest and easiest method to powder this rice, but I like using my mortar and pestle. All right, so this is a pretty good consistency. Again, if you want, you can take it to make it more powdery. But I like the consistency I have right now because I like that little bit of a crunch that it adds when you take your bite. So we're gonna call that done. And this has been simmering. Another little stir. Turn it all the way on low now. All right, so now we're gonna add all of our fresh ingredients. So I have about a cup of freshly chopped up cilantro, a 1/2 cup of green onions. If you're using it, not required, but again, another one of that traditional. This is about 2 tablespoons of chopped up mint. Maybe not all chopped up. Ooh, I did a poor job chopping my mint. That's all right. Let's give this a little stir. Man, it smells really good. Got that glisten. So what, we got a couple minutes just sitting here getting these flavors, and now we're going to add our powdered rice. Give this a stir. Get it all incorporated in there. So we're gonna actually turn the heat off, cover this, and I'm gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then we'll get together our little lettuce cups, and we'll see how this bad boy came out. All right, so let's start getting, should always have some extra fresh limes. butter lettuce. Just like to take this, over top of a paper towel so I don't get dirt all over everything. Pick out a few nice nice pieces. That ought to do. This container. Got our lettuce. I'm also gonna grab some more kuchukuru, so limes. Probably add some more cilantro. But at this point, I am ready to eat. So we're gonna scoop out, lay it in there. The first one I'm not gonna add, I just wanna taste it how we did. Cheers. That's good. Oh, things are dangerous. So the spice heat is just right. So you're always asked on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm gonna say this is about a 2. So I'm gonna add a little bit more heat and a little bit of a lime. Let's give it a whirl now. Let's taste it now. Oh yeah, that's what it needed. I could probably stir up a little more heat. Real good. Oh man, that is something else. Add some more. You gotta give this a try. It's pretty simple and yummy. It's nice to try shit new. Definitely bringing back memories. My goodness. One more. All right, last one. Man, that's good. All right, that's gonna do it. If you try it, let me know how yours turns out. I actually totally forgot I had rice. You can also pair this with rice. So you have, what was that, 4 leaves? So 4 tablespoons. So nice little dinner, snack even, pair it with rice. But give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you've had it before, did you make it or go somewhere for it? But until next time, let's fire it up.